What's good, y'all? It's Jarrell the Chop Bandit, and welcome back to What You Want to Know Wednesdays. And today we're going to be going over 3 reasons of why you haven't got the opportunity yet. So when I first started back up creating interactive content, one of the things I said was I wanted to find a way to integrate my faith and career, right? And so that is the forefront of this video. But even if you are not of a faith or you have a different faith, I still challenge you to listen and maybe integrate some of the things because I think they are practical all around the board. So whenever you read any kind of religious text, one of the things that comes up is being a good steward, right? And even if you're not of a faith, all it basically means is to be disciplined, to do what you said you were going to do, and to do it in an efficient and effective manner, right? So being a good steward can be a little iffy for creatives because we don't have a rubric to follow from like most jobs where it's like, hey, your job description was this, and this. We can still have those things, but they're usually a little more loose than most other jobs and job descriptions, right? So for me as a creative, one of the ways I felt like I could be a good steward is to make sure I complete the task of whatever I said I was going to do. Whatever I tell you that I'm going to do, I must do it. Also, I know this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but one of the key things is your word is your bond, right? If you give your word to do something, you must follow through. That's how you also remain a good steward. And one of the ways you do that is musicians, if you commit to a gig, follow through. You know, a lot of times we take that mentality of if something better comes up, I ditch the gig and, they'll figure it out. Now, if you can do that in a reasonable manner where it's like it's enough time to call somebody in, they can learn the music in time, and everything can be a smooth transition and everybody can work out an amicable ending, then that's fine. But you just dipping or just not responding, one of the things I definitely struggled with was just like if I have a situation that's presented to me that I don't feel comfortable with, I like tend to like hold off on responding, but that's not being a good steward. Like you need to say yes or no, and it's okay regardless of whatever they say. You are still remaining true to yourself, and it's better to remain true to yourself than to not do so and then get there and now you're frustrated, you're in the wrong mind and headspace, you're agitated or nervous or something else is going on, you're not enjoying yourself. And this just doesn't apply for musicians, okay? This applies to everybody, whether you're an artist, a painter, a dancer, or whatever. These things can be applied in the same vein. If somebody contacted you for a service or anything like that, or just in general, even if it's just a family member asking you whatever, be a good steward. Let your yay be yay and your no be no. One of the key things that gave me peace is once I stopped giving a crap about what anybody was going to think about whether I said yes or no to a situation that they don't have to deal with, I released myself. You should do the same. One of the key things that kind of got me there was if they're asking me to do this, is my response going to like affect them in any kind of way? And is their reaction going to affect me in any kind of way? If not, dude, do what's best for you. At the end of the day, you're the one who has to walk in your shoes at the end of the day. Nobody, like whatever decision, even if somebody presented something to you, at the end of the day, you have to live with that decision. Now, if you're already a good steward, one of the things that I would suggest is the second thing is making yourself available. This is one that I struggle with all the time because I am an introvert and a homebody. I would prefer to be at the house, minding my business, playing Zelda. Okay? That's all I want to do, especially nowadays with Tears of the Kingdom out. It's so much crap to do in that game. I'm trying not to lose my mind. And I could easily just get lost in there and just stay in my room all day, not talk to nobody, not do anything, not go out. Make yourself available because even in a biblical sense, you're going to get your blessings from people. God works through people. He's not just going to come out the heavens and just come randomly be like, "Hey, what's up, Cindy? Here goes the blessing that you've been praying for. here from my hand to yours. Like that's not usually how it works. He wants to work through people, and that's how he works. So one of the things that he like got on me about was like, how do you keep praying for a blessing and you know that I work through people, but you don't want to talk to people? I was like, you have a point. So that's the second thing. Make yourself available. Even if it's just, if somebody says something to you in a line while you're getting your food or something, just talk, be conversational, just be social. You don't have to go out your way. You can make extended efforts, if you go out to a bar or if you go out to an event, speak to people, see what's going on. Nothing is gonna happen if you just sit still. You have to give in order to receive. And that means in everything. So you have to show yourself friendly. The Bible even talks about show yourself friendly if you want a friend. So these are things that I feel like you can implement in that way. The last reason of why you may not have gotten the opportunity is you haven't relied on God. And that's something I recently learned. And I'm just being transparent in all of these things because these are all things that I'm still working on to this day. Last week I didn't post what you want to know Wednesdays because I was dealing with something because I felt like I lost an opportunity, right? And it was kind of like a gut check, And when I was sitting there, I was like, well, Lord, I've been praying about this. I've been trying to figure this out. I was, I put it on, I wrote it down and I did all the stuff that, I did for my worksheet. So if you want to know more about the worksheet, I have a whole thing, a free book to download about, a faith walk and how you receive by faith and stuff. If you click the link in my bio or in my description or whatever, it should take you there. It's literally free to download and the worksheet is free to download as well. But yeah, I did everything on the worksheet and I couldn't understand. I'm like, well, Lord, I did everything, and it took me a minute, but then he said to me, he was like, you weren't relying on me to fulfill whatever the need was. The reason why I wanted the opportunity was there's a certain list of things that I wanted to acquire so I can actually start diving more into film scoring and doing more work like that in sync. And currently my computer is solid, but it still struggles when it comes to doing certain things. And like there are certain things that I feel like certain programs that I feel like will work better, and that's an investment. And so I wanted to win this opportunity to kind of invest in those things. And so one of the things he told me was he was like, you relied on a man-made thing to get the things that you've been praying for instead of just relying on me you know. And when I thought about it, yes, that's what I was doing. I was like, okay, when I win this competition, I'm gonna get these things. When I win this thing, I'm gonna get these things. And he was like, that's the wrong mindset. He was like, if that was the avenue I would work through, that's fine. But you should have still been saying, like, relying on me, like, Lord, thank you for these things, and receiving in that manner. So it was like a gut check. So the same thing for you. Like, if there's an opportunity that you feel like you've wanted and you just don't seem to keep, like, it just keeps being elusive to you, maybe check and see, like, hey, Lord, am I relying on this opportunity more than I'm relying on you? And try to restructure it, because I know it's a little weird. It's like, okay, well, that's what I want and it'll help me, but at the end of the day, you got to remember that God is your source. Remind yourself of that daily. God is the source, and kind of think about the end goal. The reason why they say in the Bible is like keep the end in mind. It keeps you from focusing on how to get there. That part is up to God. That part is up to God. So just focus on the end result. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to receive? That's the thing you focus on. And it helps you to rely on God more. If you don't focus on the how and the why, you kind of just leave that up to God and just focus on the end. Everything will work out better. And it also kind of pushes you in certain directions where you're not misfocused or misguided in things and easily distracted, because if you start focusing on how and why, you could easily start drifting off into distractions in different places and creating a whole nother whirlwind that we could talk about some other time. And these are three places where I feel like you can start to dive in and see why you maybe haven't gotten the opportunity. And there's plenty of others, but like just start here, little increments, and just slowly fine tune on what you need to do and what you need to change in order to receive those things. So I appreciate you making it to the end of this video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. It's going to be more coming. And also, if you're interested in any of the gear and stuff that I use, hit the link in my description and scroll down to the gear list. Everything that I use is there, where there's my content creation stuff, my recording stuff, everything is there. I also offer lessons and different things that I believe will help creators be more successful. And you can also get the free book and the worksheet as far as my faith and integrating it into my career. Everything is there for you, as well as all of my different social media links. So I appreciate you, and I look forward to hearing what you want to know. Please comment it below, and I'll see you on the next one.